Okay. Thank you very much, David, for inviting me this evening, and to all of you for being here. I'm thrilled to perform part of my Geography of My Life show tonight. This is an emotional and physical journey that is a message of solidarity with people who are migrants, immigrants, refugees, and displaced. Please withhold your applause till the end of the feature. Geography of My life. After all the places I've lived, after all the people I've met, who would have thought that I would end up here? To be a good banana, you have to ... In Texas, people eat a lot of banana bread, she said importantly, in a place that wasn't Texas, to people who weren't from Texas, and they winced. It is hard to be a good immigrant, she thought resignedly. It is hard to stop trying to introduce the past banana to the present banana. It is hard to stop comparing the present banana and the past banana. It is hard to stop banana picking. It is hard to stop banana looking. It is hard to forget the bananas you knew for 50 years. It is hard to forget the bananas you spoke for 50 years. It is hard to learn to banana here. Who would have thought I would become Je suis Frau Spaghetti, which means I am Mrs. Spaghetti. Hello there, Je suis Frau Spaghetti. You see I'm not from here. You see I get confused. The words come out all skewed. Torn between 5 countries, I don't know what to do. And to put it bluntly, I'm feeling rather blue. I'm torn between 5 countries. The words keep sounding new. Please, 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 someone give me just a clue. Hello there, I'm new. Je suis Frau Spaghetti. Can't understand a word. Can you read this letter? From the school, my kids speak German. From the school, my kids speak Italian. From the school, my kids speak French. Can you help me find a bank, a place to buy shampoo, a place to sit and think? There's so much I gotta do, but I just don't have a clue. Don't have no clothes. The van got lost. Don't have no bed. The van's in France. If you only knew, I'm hard of hearing too. I'm in a big, big stew. Got to help my kids. Got to see them through. Je suis Frau Spaghetti. You see I'm not from here. You see I get confused. The words come out all skewed. Have you ever had that view? Have you ever felt lost, 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 and not known what to do? But where did it all start, you ask? It started in Texas. Who would have thought that the fierce barefoot love of a little girl named Laura Hawkins, who liked to tow the lumpy, gravelly dust under the live oak that sprang up and up in the front yard and dangled the big monkey knot swing, and who smiled running in early summer down the hot street, hopping from shade to Margaret Simpson's grass, to wooden boards on the footbridge, to the windy trail down, to the cool limestone of White Rock below, and into soothing creek water, dodging squishy tadpoles and leeches and water moccasins. And who would have thought that the fierce barefoot walk took in too soon each September, the walk up 30th Street through the doctor's office alley on the route to Robert E. Lee Elementary School, and afterward towards home down 31st to Katie Loomy's, the best friend for years till she learned that Laura's father drank. And next onto Helen McDonald's house that got moved away for building an extension to the doctor's office parking. But still, they played tag there as before, and hide and seek, and with that nose-biting smell of rubbing alcohol and ether that oozed out of the building's door and stained the parking lot. Still rode their bikes, had wrecks, saw Nancy McDonald run with a Coke bottle and fall, slicing her wrist. And who would have thought that the fierce barefoot love took in later the University of Texas, where her mother worked, where they waited at the turtle pond for mother to come out at 5 o'clock, where Laura walked and rode a bike year after year, couldn't let go of that campus, even with the frat rats, because there was such beauty in the red-tiled Mediterranean architecture, the ugly undergrad library, the pomposity of certain professors, the endless books and ideas, the blue skies and hot days, the freezing mornings, until the fierce barefoot walk went on to West Texas, to the ranch she loved with the 100-year-old pecan trees planted by her great-grandma Walker, who spoke with an English accent, and the boom of her grandfather Poppy's voice, the smell of his cowboy hat, the sweat and dust of it, the squeaky way her grandmother said milk, and where at sheep shearing time, Laura helped ink the big burlap bags, heard the shearers speak Spanish with her grandfather, watched Juan make fresh tortillas that smelled of heaven. The sun shining always, the wind blowing, the ceniza blue-gray bushes popping with pink flowers, with just a dash of rain, just a taste of wet, and the country lit up in blossoms, and then was again gray-green. The rises and cliffs covered in scrub, and listening to the buzz of a horsefly, the baa of a goat, the clop of a horse's hoof. And who would have thought the fierce walker would find the road to Mexico, near that ranch, to the same Villa Acuña, where her grandparents courted at Ma Crosby's, with the revolving, reflecting ball over the dance floor, the dapper waiters in white jackets and black bow ties, the tile floor, the fountain, the arches, the photos of the revolution. And where outside, amid dust and diesel fumes, the small children called, "Chicletes, chicletes," trying to sell chewing gum. And the pink and yellow shops sold ceramic vases, woven blankets, leather goods, bakery breads, and she gave cordial greetings to the Landos familia, friends for 50 years, owners of a shop, a restaurant, a rancho. Buenos dias, señor y señora. Have you had any rain? And who would have thought the fierce barefoot lover would pick up and go? As the hot street got hotter, the shade sparser, Margaret Simpson died, trees and grass died, Poppy died. And who would have thought that child's fierce barefoot love would leave the limestone solid, dusty, scratchy ant and scorpion ground that she felt as her own body forever? Walk into Austria, to Italy, to Switzerland, to England, and end up here. But where exactly did you go after Texas, you ask? Austria. And who would have thought I would be turning 40 at a Tupperware party? It is strange to be 39 years old and afraid to attend a Tupperware party, but that is what happened. You see, I had left my Texas homeland and moved to rural Austria. So there I was on a farm at a Tupperware party, having brought my husband and children with me so that I would not be alone. The problem, you know, was the language. Mühlviertler folk don't speak German. They speak Mühlviertlerish. I spoke neither. At the party, I sit surrounded by women whose words all sound so similar to me. They say, Mousen, 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 Yosen, Mousen, 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 Yosen. I nod companionably, the sort of feminist who is repulsed yet eager to be included in this international Hausfrau's female bonding ritual, especially at the mystical yet despised, sexy yet not always publicly admitted 40th. I take a plate with cake. Grüß Gott, I say, and shake the hands of two arriving women. And it's Mousen, 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 Mousen. I smile and nod. We eat cake, drink cafe. But like a preschooler, I cannot read or understand how to fill out the sign-in sheet and pass it on to my German-speaking husband, my caretaker, my babysitter in this new land. To him, I whisper, I cannot understand a word they say. Should we go? Oh, no. I admire the colorful Tupper brochure and delightedly recognize the word Tupperware. I sit up attentively as the Tupper Führer begins her spiel. Mausen, Lausen, Jausen, Tupper, Tausen, Mausen, Lausen, 2,000 Schilling. I'm excited. I understood the price. The talk drones on, and I snatch onto the words, Mikrowelle, Mausen, Lausen, Mikrowellen. The ladies all grin and nod, and somehow I know they're laughing because the Tupper Führer is trying to sell them microwavable Tupperware. A neighbor eyes me nervously, then leans close. Mausen, Lausen, Holzofen. I nod feverishly, yeah, to let her know I got it. She means the ladies only have wood-burning ovens. At certain intervals in the speech of the Tupper Führer, the Frauen bend over their brochures and scribble copious notes. Perhaps they're going to buy everything the Tupper lady talks about. I feel underprepared for such industry, and suddenly I'm homesick. Tears sting my eyes. But my small children now leap into my lap, and I try to curb their frenzied cookie intake and help them balance full to the brim glasses of juice in this land of no napkins. Though this world of perilous, brink of spills disasters is nerve-wracking, I cling to it. The Tupper Führer picks up a bowl she has shown us twice before, but this time not in orange or blue. Mausen, Josen, Lausen, she continues doggedly. I stare at the lilac bowl, decide that color is not going to make most food look appetizing, and turn back to the brochure for the 8th time. I find the Tupperware popsicle forms my mother bought for us children and joyfully point them out to my husband. I imagine a romantic scene. My children sitting outside in Austria in the summer heat, licking popsicles made from our own berry juice. But will it ever be that warm here? Out the window, I see snow and mountains. Certainly, home-baked bread is more practical in this climate. I turn to my husband, the bread baker, who has quickly and efficiently scanned the brochure, found the bread knife and bread dough bowl he needs, and that are, as far as he is concerned, the reason we came. Mausen, Jausen? The Tupper Führer asks, sad-eyed. 300 shilling. I nod enthusiastically, but the Führer seems defeated. Mausen, Lausen, Jausen, viel Dank. She stops. The ladies smile in relief and invite me to stay on for the real party after the party. But my husband pulls me and the children up with a Danke sehr, an explanation in German, which I imagine means, we must go. I have a hernia. I eye him anxiously, see no odd reaction from the ladies, shrug and shake all hands twice. Then I hear, Frau Grevel. I freeze, take a step back. Ja, me a Frau? I refuse. I am not. Oh God, Frau? That rhymes with ow, and sow, and cow, and even brown. We depart into the cold. I shiver. I have survived the Tupper party in a foreign language. As we walk down the mountain towards our new farm, I breathe the clear, fresh air, look out over soft white meadows, see distant forests and mountains. The sky is rosa and gold. Frau, well, Frau also rhymes with now and wow and even shall. So, how now, brown cow, eine Frau schau, eine 40er Frau, a 40-year-old Frau. Wow, that Frau, take a bow. Thank you very much.
Wow.